on Coleman. Count on Coleman. If your world is looking strange, you can count on Coleman for change.
Hi, Baton Rouge, with an emphasis on District 10. I'm Carolyn Coleman, Councilwoman here in District 10, the best district I know. And so, with that being said, I am privileged, ladies and gentlemen, and children too, to be here with one who's going to give us some great information. We're going to have a great conversation about, guess what? The youth, our most precious, precious, precious. And so I have with me today Dr. Angela Lee Domain. Dr. Domain is the founder, the dean of the founding dean, I should say, of the Helix College and Career Academy. And I want you all to get that. Not just college, but College and Career Academy. And so you're talking about plenty choices for our young people. And so I am at this time going to yield to Dr. Angela Lee Domain and just kind of tell them your connection, Dr. Domain, to District 10 and the capacities that you've served in District 10.
Absolutely. Good afternoon. It is great to be here with you, my friend.
Yes. That's right.
That is a deep and lasting connection.
That's correct.
To District 10. I was so proud when you decided to run, and I got to run in my circles in District 10 and say, this is my friend, you vote for her. So.
And I appreciate that. And here I sit.
Yes, you do.
Yes, indeed.
Doing the job, speaking truth to power every day. And that's what I love about you. That's what I respect about you. And you've always been the same. So thank you, first of all, for taking up the mantle to be in the seat. And thank you for giving me this space to talk about our children and opportunities that are out there for them. Now, I have a long connect with District 10. I have had family living in South Baton Rouge, old South Baton Rouge, my entire life. You know, summertime when my mom was working or doing something, we walked the streets, and I remember going to Expressway Park.
Yes,
and
indeed.
I remember the Tidbit Cafe over there.
Succotash.
A lot of people don't. That's right. The Succotash.
That's right. That's right.
And the chicken shack that was down here on Pawtucket, and then over on, I still call it East Boulevard.
That's
so
right. That's
I have deep roots down here in South Baton Rouge, and actually, the very first church I ever played for, and that was my first job at 11, 12. I told my mama she didn't know anything about child labor law.
Yes, indeed.
But 11, 12, I had my first youth choir at the New Canaan Baptist Church, which was over on East Harding Street at the time. And then many years later, I became the pastor of New Canaan Baptist Church, which is now on Highland Road. You know, we had the opportunity to move them into that new facility and get them started and get through COVID. And then by that time, it was time for me to retire because I had been there, you know, longer than I had been in education. 35 years, spent the last 13.5 years as their pastor. So I retired from there. So I have long served families and the District 10 community in different capacities. I'm proud to say I went to McKinley Middle Magnet.
Wow.
Right around the corner.
Yes.
So again, just a long, loving relationship here in South Baton Rouge. Minister of Music over at McEwen, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
I did that as well, and active as a child growing up in First Mountain Zion Baptist Church with Gregory Jones and God's Children.
Yes.
So, you know, again, just deep roots here in South Baton Rouge. So I'm always looking for opportunities. to give our kids so that they can see their brilliance that they may not hear about every day, and to give them opportunities to develop and show it. And so that's what I'm doing now in a different capacity. I've been teaching. I've been in education for a long time now.
Long time, long time.
I think this is year 34,
Wow.
actually.
Yes.
And it's been a combination of, I am proud of the fact that I moved up the ladder. I was a teacher, and then I was an assistant principal, and I was a principal, and I went to the district office and here, and I was special assistant to Superintendent Charlotte Placide, the first female superintendent here, and in East Baton Rouge Parish. Got to work side by side with her, and I oversaw elementary schools at some point and oversaw high schools at another point, and had the opportunity to go to another state. In Maryland, I was an associate superintendent and chief academic officer, and came back home and served in Baker as an assistant superintendent and then interim superintendent. And now I find myself at Helix Community Schools, and I've done a number of different roles there. I started as their chief schools officer, and then became executive director and principal at Helix. It was Mentorship STEAM Academy, now Helix Mentorship and Maritime Academy. And now this year, brand new role, once again, founding dean of Helix College and Career Academy. So lots of different roles.
Lots.
I know the system from top to bottom.
Yes, indeed.
And I just want to make it better for our kids.
For our kids.
Yes.
And so I'm sitting here thinking about what the young people say. Started at the bottom, now I'm here.
Now I'm here.
Now I'm here. And so currently, let's talk about what it is that this new adventure for our children that you're doing now at Helix.
Okay. First of all, at Helix, I said that we were Helix Mentorship STEAM Academy. Our theme has become a little more narrow. Instead of just focusing on STEAM, which is all science, technology, and engineering, art, and mathematics, we are focusing on maritime. And so we understand that maritime is almost, it's an industry that we have not had a lot of exposure to. We have not had the opportunity to get into maritime. And there are lots of career opportunities in maritime. We are right here on the river. South Baton Rouge, you can walk to the river.
That's right.
And you can see all the ships that are traveling up and down the river. But how many of our children do you see working on the river? And so there's great opportunity there. So we saw an opportunity to narrow our focus and expose our kids to those kinds of career advancement and career exploration. Now, where my new role comes in, I always say, Mr. Castile, and he's my boss. He is the push behind all of this and supports all of this. He always wants new, innovative opportunities. And he kept saying, when our kids graduate from us, where do they go? What do they really do? Do they have enough to support it and for us to know that they are being successful? And we have students who graduate from high school and they flounder. And we know that happens because they haven't really figured out what they want to do yet. And I tell kids and I tell parents, it's okay. You don't have to know all the answers at 17, 18,
Yes.
and 19. You haven't lived enough.
That's right. That's
to know
right.
all the answers at 17,
right.
18, and 19. Because frankly, I know a lot of 29s, 39s, and 49s.
49s, Doc.
Don't
Still
have
feeling that way.
answers. Yeah, still trying to find out who they are. But if we could have a little more guidance, if we could have a little more time with them, if we could give them just, a few more opportunities to try to figure that out, can we send them off on a better way? Now, what I did not know, but what Mr. Castile found out, was that there is a law that has been on the books since like the late 90s, creating the opportunity for school districts to create extension academies. And the original pilot, I think, was for 3 years. You could extend a student's experience beyond high school for either 1 or 2 years. And there are 2 such programs in the state that extend by 1 year. They have a grade 13. One is in Orleans Parish. The other is in Caddo. But there is no school district, no network for extending it for 2 years for grades 13 and 14. And so that's what Helix Community Schools took on the challenge to do. So when people ask me, for some things, what's your guidebook, where you regulate, I'm writing it.
Yes.
As we experience it.
Yes.
It does not exist.
Yes.
But I am creating it.
it.
And so that is my task in this role, to create the operational structures and the policies and make sure we're aligned with what current policy law we have in place.
So I have a question. Do they continue from 12th grade, or do they cross the stage and then go into that 13th and 14th year?
This year, the state allowed our students to cross the stage because they have fulfilled the requirements for the high school, for high school graduation. That's a requirement to participate in grade 13. You have to fulfill all requirements of high school graduation. So that means all of the coursework and all of the required, all of those LEAP tests that must be passed. You have to have passed those. Another requirement is that you cannot be TOPS eligible. So the thing that I like about this program is that it really attempts to reach those students who need a little more support. If you're TOPS eligible, that means you're a good test taker. You did what you needed to do on the ACT, and corresponding to that, so your grades are probably strong. So that lets me know you can handle the next step with the appropriate measures that are at the next step, at the four-year university, at wherever you choose to go. But for our students who haven't made, and in most cases it is the ACT score that's the barrier for us.
right.
The average
That's
ACT score in Louisiana for African American students is 16.
Yes.
The state has the goal of everyone scoring at least a 21. And so to say that our average score is 16, and then you have these ACT requirements at all these colleges, around the state, four-year colleges around the state, and everywhere else. That means that we have a bunch of children who are being left behind.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's one of the things that I absolutely love about this program. Pass the required LEAP tests. Make sure that you have passed all of your classes. You cannot be TOPS eligible, and you are eligible then for this program.
And what I find with our seniors, they all revved up, big and bad, being a senior.
Yes.
But once they cross that stage, it becomes fear that really sets in. And so what this does is this program is there to catch them.
It is.
And give them just a little more time to grow mentally. And so this is amazing, Doc, that you all have this for our children. And I tell parents all the time, all you do is open your mouth and ask for what you need.
That's right.
It's out here.
It is.
And so the connection there. And then think about a senior. You just a kid. I ask them all the time, and how old are you? I'm 18, and I tell them, and that's all. Yes, and that's all.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's all. So,
right.
Yeah, so this is definitely something. I love the fact that it's innovative. Innovative.
It
And
is.
so, and then while you are, and me knowing you working on that, I know your mind is on something else. What is next? Once you do this, and you're not going to disclose it, but I know you. And so you're going to be working on something else for those that did the 12, did the 13, but still need a little something else. And so, and then we have great collaboration, with things that we want to do with our children. Are there any other entities out there that's collaborating with you all that would cause some maybe work study to align with what you all are doing? You know, so often I tell folk everybody has to have a carrot. We as adults must have carrots. And so I have found that stipends, little jobs, all of that, and being involved in other things are the little carrot that you kind of wave to have youth to come and partake in what we know they need. We know it. They still trying to figure it.
Certainly. So let me say this. For our Extension Academy, for Helix College and Career Academy, students can attend grades 13 and 14, and this is tuition free. So what is happening is that our students are enrolling in college classes and career classes.
Wow.
Right now, my partner is BRCC because we're getting this on the ground. I have other partners lined up. Southern University is also a current partner. Let me not forget my alma mater. But we are right now partnering with Southern University and with BRCC. When our students enroll in Helix College and Career Academy, we are enrolling them in BRCC. And these students are either pursuing an associate's degree or a technical diploma. These programs at BRCC, the technical diplomas, it's about 45 credit hours. We're expecting them to finish those programs in 3 semesters.
Wow.
So a fall, a spring, and then the following fall. Though they should have the technical diploma, which means that along the way they are earning credentials in that particular field. This year I have 13 students who want to do welding. I have 2 students who want to do electrical. I have 2 students who are pursuing HVAC and refrigeration. And so we were thinking that we wanted them to engage in programs that relate to the themes of our network, maritime and aviation. We also have, Helix Aviation Academy over on Plank Road. These are industries that you will always need somebody. You will always need a welder, and you can weld on a ship on the water.
That's right. That's right.
You need welding in the aviation industry. electrical, that transfer, those skills transfer across industries. And so
and as warm as it is in Baton Rouge, you definitely will need HVAC folk there.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes, and air conditioning.
And so we have those kids who know that they want to go that career route. They have selected that technical diploma program of study, and so we're putting them on that pathway. And then I have some students who they know that they want to go to a 4-year college or university. And so they are participating in associate degree programs that correlate. We selected the ones that correlate with the Louisiana transfer degree. And so what that means is those courses that they take, those credits that they earn at BRCC are guaranteed by the state to transfer to any public college or university in the state of Louisiana. And so, for instance, we have students who are pursuing the associate's degree of business. So let's say that now I finished this 2-year degree. I want to transfer to the 4-year program at Southern University. Instead of starting as a freshman, you are now starting as a junior.
Wow.
You've taken care of all of those prerequisites, all of those courses from the freshman and sophomore level. And guess what? You haven't paid a dime. Yes. Helix paid for it. We're doing business administration. We're doing criminal justice only because I had some seniors who said, Dr. Domain, this is just what I want to do, and you can't support me in what I want to do. I know I want to do this. You said you were going to help me. You're not going to help me. So we have criminal justice.
Yes.
It's here. Thanks to those students. And again, when they finish the associate's program at BRCC, they can go right on to the 4-year bachelor's degree in criminal justice.
Wow.
And again, start as a junior, not as a freshman. Only have those 2 years to worry about to pay. And the other 2-year program that we have in place is in humanities, because I have students who they want to major in psychology. They want to, major in other fields, and humanities is a broad spectrum of classes that will allow them to take care of many of those prerequisite classes, so that again they'll have those out of the way when they actually transfer to the 4-year program. So again, the thing is, we want you to explore. We want you to find your love, because I want you to love what you do. And we are paying for it. So it's like expanded dual enrollment, really. But you are full-fledged college students. We are just paying your tuition.
Wow.
And you have 2 years to get it done. So we are offering a lot of support to these students. Yes. Right now I have a cohort of about 30 students, and we are supporting them in every way imaginable. We will have peer tutors for them academically. BRCC is providing the digital learning tutors if they need help with the technology.
Yes.
There are tutors available
Yes.
for them. I have a teammate with me, Nicoya Elsie, who is just fantastic with students and with families. And she is another one who goes over and beyond to take care of needs. We will be working with those students. We have a space actually on the campus with them twice a week. So, they think they're going off to college to be grown. We're going to be right there with them.
Right there with them.
They will know where we are. We will be checking on them. We will make
Yes.
sure that they get the academic and emotional and social support that they need, because I know it's not just about what happens in the classroom that will make them successful and make sure that they persist and complete. I know they need to feel like they belong. I know they need to feel like that they have the confidence that I can do this work, and if I can't, I know who I can go to for help. So we are providing all of that for them. I expect 100% of these students to complete their programs on time. That's my goal.
Yes.
100% of the students will complete their program on time. And then beyond that, when we get to that second semester, when they get to about halfway through the program, we're going to make sure that we are in touch with career persons who are employers. If you're looking for a welder, I have 13 students who will be coming to you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm going to be reaching out to you for my welders and my electricians and my HVAC personnel.
Yes.
My students who are in associate degree programs, their applications, we're going to help them with that application process so that they can finish that 4-year degree with the 2 years that they should have left. We're going to know where they're going before they walk across the stage.
Yes.
That's the goal. So I want them to not only walk across the stage with the diploma and or the degree. I want them to know what their next step is. And so that's all of the effort that we're putting into these kids because they are brilliant.
Yes.
And they were born brilliant.
Yes.
It's just that sometimes they didn't have all of the opportunities that others get to show that brilliance.
That's
But
correct.
we're giving them that now. This is a last safety net school-wide,
Yes.
as it relates to what we can provide for them as a school system or a network of schools. This is that safety net. When Mr. Cassell asked me, so what do you think is the mission of this school? We are here to make sure they are successful post high school graduation in college and or career.
Yes.
And so that's my personal mission every day. So I'm excited for
Yes.
this opportunity
Yes,
for
yes.
our kids.
Yes, indeed. And so, with that being said, Doc, I want you to know that big S word, success.
Yes.
Success. And so, I avail myself to be a part of that process in any way that I can. And so, Baton Rouge, you all have heard from Dr. Angela Lee Domain, the dean over there at the
Helix College and Career Academy.
There you go. You've gotten it. And so we are grateful. And parents, I say to you out there, I mean, this is the best thing since sliced bread, I believe. So don't think that there's not more for you. And thank you, Doc. Appreciate you being here with us today and sharing. And I look forward to having some of your students come with you the next time.
Would love to have you meet them. Absolutely. They are absolutely delightful. They are my why every day. This is why I do what I do.
Yes.
This is why I've been able to do it for 34 years.
That's right. There you
So
go.
I absolutely want you to meet them.
I surely will. So you all have heard it. And so again, Coleman's Media Center here with Dr. Angela Lee Domain.
Count on Coleman. Count on Coleman. If your world is looking strange, you can count on Coleman for change.